Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the next video. So today we are going to discuss about introduction of machine learning, or else I can say this is the basic session which will explain you what is machine learning and how it can be used in image processing. So we are going to correlate image processing as well as machine learning. Okay, so most of the times when you think of the word machine learning, surely one thing will be coming to your mind, like it is something where we are going to teach the machine. Okay, so yes, that's correct. Machine learning is basically teaching the machine whatever work you want to do. So whatever work you want to do, xyz is the task which I want to perform. Then what I'll be doing is I am going to write a program such that it will teach, or else I can say it will control a mechanical device or a mechanical machine or an algorithm such that it will make my work easier, or it will take my task and it will do it itself. So something is something like that. Okay, so we can't clearly define machine learning, what is the machine learning. So if you find the definition for machine learning, you will get bunch of definitions. So it depends on the situation where you are using, so at that moment it will change, right? So that is the whole basic idea of machine learning. All right, so now I'm going to still explain some facts about machine learning and some interesting topics on that one. So first I will start with what is machine learning. So if you are preparing for any government exam, or if you are preparing for SWA exams, then you must note down all these slides, or else I'll be leaving the link for these in the description, so you can just download these things by visiting our official website, right? So machine learning is application of artificial intelligence, AI, to make machines think like humans do. So basically machine learning uses artificial intelligence to make machines think like humans. Okay, so that is the use of machine learning, or what is machine learning. Over time correct themselves by feeding information back in the form of observations. So what we'll be doing is artificial intelligence we will be using, and it will start thinking like humans, and over time it will correct itself by feeding information back. So whatever mistakes it has done, it will note down, or it will take care of them in the next time, so it will not make those mistakes again. So that is basically artificial intelligence and machine learning. So they are combined, guys. Okay, so overall it can be said that the machine learning is basically creating smart things which can equal or sometimes beat the human. So it is basically creating smart things which can be equal in efficiency as that of human beings, or they can beat the human beings, right? So machine learning focus on development of programs which are helpful in self-learning process. So machine learning basically develops programs which will be useful in self-learning. That means we can't again and again program the same thing, right? So we can't write code for each and everything or each and every task. So in machine learning programming, the program will be written something like that. It will be adding some modules to the program itself, and it will be adding the functionalities itself. So it will be learning on itself. So that is the beauty of machine learning. The learning starts with observations of examples, instructions, which is helpful in finding patterns in data to make better decisions in future. So if you want to understand it better, then you can think of a kid. So how it starts, how it starts learning. So let us say it is starting to learn how to walk. Okay, so it will not directly walk, so first it will observe someone, like how they are walking, and after that it will try once, then it will fail, so it will correct it in the next step. Again it will try to walk, but it will fail several times, but after few attempts, it will start walking. So that is also related to machine learning. So machine learning is something something like that only. Okay, so the machine learning and a kid learning to walk are equal, right? So they are correlated, I can say. Here key intention is to reduce human intervention and make machines learn themselves. So here the main purpose of machine learning is to remove the human intervention and make machines self-learning. So that's the whole idea of machine learning, guys. So now let us move ahead and try to see the different types of machine learnings here. So you can just see here, 4 types of machine learning algorithms are there. The first one is the supervised machine learning, and second one is semi-supervised machine learning, third one is unsupervised machine learning, and fourth one is reinforcement machine learning. So these are the types of machine learning. Okay, so in supervised machine learning what happens, and in semi-supervised machine learning what happens, we'll just cover in a while. So just be with me, guys. Okay, so now I will go to the first type, that is supervised machine learning. So I have written few points here there which are very important, guys, so please make a note of these things. So it's the process where well labeled data is provided as input to the machine learning. So basically supervised machine learning, so whenever you are writing examination, you will be having one supervisor who will be taking care of that examination hall, right? So that means he is the owner of that examination hall where all the things will be monitored by him. Supervision means helping someone or taking care of someone or observing someone. So that is supervised. So in supervised machine learning, well labeled data will be given to the algorithm. That means the data is already labeled. That means whether it belongs to bucket A or bucket B, something like that. And a well labeled data will be easily classified by the machine learning algorithm. So it is basically a simplest form of the machine learning algorithm. Here the labeled data is acting as a training set. So labeled data will be acting as a training set, and based on the results of training set itself, the algorithm makes decisions whenever new data is given to the model or machine learning algorithm. So don't worry about this one. I will just explain with the example so that it will be more clear to you. So in supervised machine learning, well labeled training data will be given, which will be like if x value is equal to 1, put it in the bucket A. If x value is equal to 0, put it in the bucket B. So like this labeled data will be given. So after that, if you give x value, any x value 0 or 1, then accordingly if it is 1, it will put it in the bucket A. If it is 0, it will put it in the bucket B. So something like that. So this you can correlate, right? The meaning of labeled data is that few inputs is already tagged with correct output. So few inputs will be tagged with the correct output and they will be fed to the machine learning algorithm. The ultimate aim of supervised learning algorithm is to find a mapping function to map the input variable x with the output variable y here. So the main purpose of machine learning, supervised machine learning, is to map the input variable x with the output variable y here, right? So that's the whole idea of machine learning algorithm. The supervised learning method can be used in risk management, image classification, detection of frauds, classification of diseases, and spam filtering. So these are the application areas where supervised machine learning algorithm can be used. So that can be used in the image classification, the detection of frauds, and classification of diseases. So these are the application areas where it can be used. Right, so that's all about the supervised machine learning, guys. That's what's recording. I just have an interruption here. Okay, no problem, guys. Now let us move ahead and okay, so this is the example for supervised machine learning, and you can see here. So we will be getting a labeled data. So this is the labeled data, and after that here we are having labels. Like what is the label for this one? So we have got a labeled data and labels are here. This is hexagon, this is triangle, and this is square. Now model training will be given and prediction will be done here. So here test data is given and square and triangle. So what we'll be giving is, we are giving labels and data to this model training. That means already the data is labeled. Like if the shape is something like this, then it is called as hexagon. If the shape is something like this, then it is called as triangle. If the shape is something like this square, it is called as square. The machine learning algorithm learns from these labeled data, and after that, if at the time of prediction, a testing data we are giving, so square and triangle are fed together. So the output it will be giving like this is the square shaped and this is the triangle shaped. So like this it will give the output. So basically labeled data is given, and after that it is able to classify the unlabeled data. Okay, so this is simplest type of machine learning algorithm. So in figure shown, the same explanation has been written. No need to repeat that, right? Now let us move ahead and try to discuss another one, that is unsupervised machine learning. Okay, so in unsupervised machine learning, what will be happening is, in these type of algorithms, the data used for training will neither be classified nor be labeled. So this is very important, guys. So in supervised machine learning, the data will be already classified and it will be labeled like this is this and this is this. So the classification will be done here. But in case of unsupervised machine learning, the classification will not be done and the data will be given, like raw data will be given, and we don't know whether it is what is the label for this one and what is the label for that one. So it is totally confusing. Unsupervised learning studies how systems can infer a function to describe a hidden structure from the unlabeled data. Here the main goal of unsupervised learning is to get the hidden layer or get the hidden connection between the input and output. So that is basically learning itself. Like here the model is allowed to act on data without any supervision. So the model has to act on the data without any supervision, and it has to come on a conclusion based on the feedback received by the output. So if the output is correct, then the penalty will be less. If the output is wrong, the penalty will be greater. So in next step it will try to reduce the error. So these type of things will be done here, right? The purpose of unsupervised learning is to find underlying structure of dataset, grouping the data accordingly. So that's what the thing I just wanted to discuss. Alright, so coming to the next thing here, unsupervised learning is applied when we don't have much information regarding the subject on which testing has to be done. So in some cases what will be happening is we don't have much information, like the information coming from the space or something like that, the new research information. So if you want to apply, if you want to label the data, then it is given to the unsupervised machine learning algorithm, which will automatically divide the data, right? So as seen in figure 2.10, which I will show in a while. So the accuracy depends on the number of input samples and how much they differ from each other. So the unsupervised learning can be further classified as clustering and association based algorithms. So these two techniques we have not discussed here, but we will discuss in some other session. Okay, so now let us move ahead and try to see the example here. Okay, so now here you can see the input data, like input raw data where the data is unlabeled, like it is cat and it is dog, we know that, but the algorithm don't know whether this is cat, dog. Okay, so the raw data will be given to this one and interruption will be there. So algorithm is given here and processing will be done. At the output will be classifying dogs on one side and cats on one side. Here the feedback will be there, where if the dog is classified as cat, then penalty will be given to the algorithm, or error will be given to or percentage error will be given to algorithm, which will rectify the error here. So something like this, the unsupervised machine learning will be working. Okay, so now let us move ahead and try to see semi-supervised machine learning algorithm. So this is somewhat between supervised and unsupervised machine learning algorithm. So this is basically called as semi-supervised. That means in these types of algorithms, the training data used consists of small amount of labeled data and large amount of unlabeled data. So this is very simple, guys. Here the training data which will be using for algorithm will be having small amount of data which is labeled, that means which is having the information, and large amount of data which will not be labeled. So these kind of algorithm is called as semi-supervised, which comes in between supervised and unsupervised. Due to this reason, it falls between supervised and unsupervised. In other words, it can be said that a special case of weak supervised learning, we can say, because a less labeled data will be provided here. So that's why you can call it as weak supervised learning. When unlabeled data is used with small labeled data, it helps to improve the accuracy of the algorithm greatly. So okay, so 100% information you have to get only when you know 20%, then you can find 80% remaining with a less effort, right? So that's the whole idea of this one. So if small amount of data is labeled, then it will be easier for the algorithm to classify the next greater amount of data or large amount of data. Here the acquisition of labeled data is done through a physical agent. Generally, semi-supervised learning is preferred when acquired labeled data requires skilled and similar resources in order to train it. Otherwise, acquiring unlabeled data usually doesn't require additional resources. So those are the additional parts which you can just understand, right? Now I will go to the last topic of this session, that is reinforcement machine learning algorithms. So what is reinforcement machine learning algorithm? Right. So this algorithm consists of series of actions. These algorithms achieve their goal in most uncertain, potentially complex environment. So this is basically most complex type of machine learning algorithm where the goal is most uncertain and potentially complex environment. They will be deployed in most complex environments and where the goal is like uncertain, whether I want to achieve this one or that one. So probability kind of things are achieved with the help of reinforcement machine learning algorithm. It is a game-like situation where algorithm performs trial and error method to arrive at solution as shown in 2.11. I mean, it is just like a trial and error method will be used here. So something I will do, if it is correct, then I will continue that one. If it is wrong, then I will change my strategy and I will switch on to another strategy. So that is something like trial and error type of method will be used. So this is very important, guys. These words, trial and error method type of things will be done here. So to learn from actions, the machine gets either reward or penalties on each single action it performs. The overall goal of this algorithm is to increase reward and minimize the penalties. So I just have explained this one so earlier, right? So the main goal of this algorithm is to increase the reward and reduce the penalties. Whenever it performs wrong task or whenever it does wrong thing, the penalty will be given, and whenever it does the right thing, the reward will be given. So the whole goal of this algorithm is to increase the reward and reduce the penalty. So by doing this one, it will be able to increase the accuracy of the algorithm, right? So now makes sense, right? So here the rules are predefined, but the roadmap will not be defined, stating how to arrive at the solution. The algorithm, so this is very important, guys. These words are very important. The rules are defined, but path is not defined. Okay, so rules will be defined, but path will not be defined. Like how you want to reach, that is up to you. But these are the rules which you should follow if you want to reach that destination. This is something like this, right? The algorithm is starting the prediction with random values, but as time goes, it learns from the reward and penalties and gets better towards result. So you can ask how it will be arriving at the solution. So it will start randomly at any point, and based on the penalty and reward, it will start moving slowly towards the correct output or the accurate output. So that is basically reinforcement learning, and this diagram will actually help you how to understand, to make you understand, right? So first one is the environment, then after that reward and interpreter and state. Agent will be there. So action, it will be doing some action on the environment. So if it gets reward, then it will again do the same action. If it gets penalty, then it will change its action. So that is basically interrupter, and it will change its state and it will go to the problem again. That is basically to the environment again. Right? So I hope you understood. Agent, it will be doing some action on the environment, and environment will be giving two things. Either it will give reward or else it will be giving some penalty. So if penalty is given, then interrupter will change the state of the agent and another action will be given. I'm repeating once again, guys. Agent will be present in the environment. It will be doing some random action on the environment. So based on that random action, output will be coming. If the output is correct, then reward will be given to the agent, stating that whatever you are doing, it's correct, do it again and again. Then it will be doing that action again and again. If reward is not given, then definitely penalty will be given. If the penalty is produced, then interrupter will change the state of this agent, stating that it is the action which you have performed previously is not correct. You need to change your action in order to arrive at the correct solution. So that's the whole basic idea of working of reinforcement learning, guys. So I hope you understood this one, right? So this is all about the basics of machine learning and types of machine learning. So I hope you understood this one thoroughly, and if you like the video, please do like, and if you are not still subscribed to the channel, do subscribe, because we will be uploading these type of videos continuously. So thank you guys, thanks for watching, see you in the next one.